What's going on, everyone? We are back with another video, and today we are talking about map sustain for profit. Now, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I'm a little bit under the weather. I think I have a cold coming on, so my voice is going to be a little bit raspier than usual. So the comment section is going to be a make fun of Safe's voice speedrun, even more than usual. Now, I really want to get a better PB on that, so some starting points are, sounds like I chain smoke cigars. A couple people have said I sound like Aaron Paul, aka Jesse from Breaking Bad, so there's some starting points for you down in the comments. Now, when you start mapping, you will notice very quickly that sometimes you are just going to plain run out of maps. You have to run Kirak missions. It's really frustrating and really annoying. But there is a way to self-sustain maps, and what's better is you can pick which two maps you can ping-pong in between using the Atlas. Now, the way that works is eventually, as you do certain things and you hit G and look at your Atlas, you will see these favored slots. Now, I have a couple unlocked. You see there are some that I have not unlocked, like Defeat the Shaper, Defeat Cortex, Defeat Cirrus, and things like that. But each one of these favorite slots makes it so that there is a much greater chance that that map is going to drop. I think it's like, it's some ridiculous, like 1,000% more common for a map drop to be that specific map. So say one of my favorite maps is Mesa. If I want that to be favored, I just click on the slot and click Mesa. Now, this league's layout is pretty great for some maps and pretty crappy for others. The Burial Chambers is one that can drop the Doctor card, and Headhunters are almost the same price as Mage Bloods. They're hovering around the same price so far. So this is a great map, but it is connected to Coliseum, Basilica, whatever. And also the third one is Carcass, and I do not like any of those maps, so kind of an awkward spot. Same with the Crimson Temple, that drops the Apothecary card for the Mage Blood. That's connected to Maze, Coliseum, and Temple. I guess if you were going to connect two maps, you would favor Crimson Temple a bunch, and then save a couple slots, you know, 1 or 2 slots for the Coliseum map, because then when you run Coliseum, you have a chance to get Burial Chambers or Crimson Temple, because they are both connected. But I am probably going to do a Jungle Valley map. Jungle Valley is a very good map because the boss doesn't spawn till you enter the room. So when you're running altars on the way to the boss, there's no chance to get the offers that are boss drops, you know, 3 div cards that, you know, give you crap currency or something like that. You only get the really good minion altars until you go in the boss room and that boss spawns. So very great map, Jungle Valley. Mesa is a great map because it is just 2 giant circles, and one on the outside, a big ring, 1 ring on the inside, and then the boss arena right in the middle. So if you're doing something like following my invitation farming strat I put out a couple days ago, you can just run to the boss when you want the invitation to drop on your final map of that rotation for the invitation. A quick note about the Watchstones that I almost forgot to mention. These are the Watchstones. What they do is you will see that if I take them all out, these ones at the bottom are tier 1. These ones at the top stay tier 16. If you put a Watchstone, which one you get from killing Searing Exarch, one you get from Eater of Worlds, one you get from defeating the Maven, and one you get from Uber Shaper. I think it's Uber Shaper. And then you can just put these in here. You put 1 in, this tier 1 goes up to tier 4, and it increases them all the way up. So you see Burial Chambers is now 14. Orchard is now 15. It would have been a little bit lower. You put another 1 in. The very bottom, the lowest you can get is tier 8. So if you're doing things like the map invitation farming, this helps. So because you need tier 14 maps to run for this to work, so it just upgrades them. Now, if you have the invitation, say for either the Eater of Worlds or the Maven or the Searing Exarch, and you don't think you can do it, message me at Safe on Talk or message me on our Discord link down below, and I will be able to help you and kill them really quickly and get you the Watchstone. So you put a couple Jungle Valley, you put a handful of Mesas, just like that, and you are going to be able to ping pong in between these very easily. Now, how do we do that? Well, we are going to go to the Atlas passive tree by holding control and hitting G, and going to this tree, and what we are focusing on is going right up the middle and getting the nodes that give 2% chance for a monster in each of your maps to drop an additional connected map. Now, that additional connected map is going to be heavily influenced by the favored slot. So that means when that connected map drops, it is most likely going to be Mesa if you're running Jungle Valley, and vice versa, Mesa if you are, or Jungle Valley if you are running Mesa. So you can go up here and get all of these 2% right here, and then move all the way up, get some of the maps to be duplicated. This is going to help you over sustain maps, so you can not only run them, but if you want to do that invitation farming trick, once you have an over sustainable number of maps, that is good. You can also sell the extra maps on TFT for bulk. I'm not going to go over TFT. That always gets mixed results when I suggest doing TFT for stuff, because a lot of newer players do not want to go to Discord and join a Discord group and use third-party things to do things. So you can go to the TFT bulk map selling section, copy the format of the way people are posting stuff, and just say, you know, I have 40 Jungle Valley maps for, you know, 2 div or something like that, because Jungle Valley is going to be sought after because of that altar thing. But you go up and get as many chance for one monster in each map to drop a connected map, namely, and, you know, ideally up to 50%. You can see right now I have 50% chance for one monster in each of your maps drop additional connected map. And the reason for that is because when you go into singular focus, or wandering path, I apologize, it is going to double the amount of these small passive nodes, and it's going to turn off the nodes like this one, the notable passives. So this one and this one, they get shut off, but the 2% ones and the other ones, like map duplication, you'll see, these went from 2 to 4, and these went from 0.5% to 1%. So that will bump our rate to 100%, meaning you will drop another map 100% guaranteed when you run the next map. Sometimes you will drop in the first group of monsters, sometimes it's one of the last ones. If you have a ton of maps, I don't suggest when you're running the map, you're like, oh, the connected map didn't drop, I should go find those straggler monsters and get the map drop. No, skip it unless you are legit out of maps and you don't want to buy one and you're out of them. Then you need to get that connected map so you can keep running. Now, if you're running that invitation farming, I said I'd do this video next because it goes hand in hand with that. When you are ready to just go and kill the first group of monsters, get that altar pop, and exit out, you want to make sure that you get out of Wandering Path so you can turn on the Etched by Acid or the Baptized by Fire to get that 10% chance of double progress. And remember, if you have Wandering Path on, this will not work. So spec out of this, spec into this, or this obviously is null and void. And that is basically it, guys. That is how you ping pong in between maps and self-sustain or even over-sustain, especially with the map duplication nodes, your maps and everything. It's a tried and true strategy. This is not anything new. It's been like this for quite a while now, but is still, you know, a great quality of life and just an overall profit thing. And the longer you are not in your hideout, and the, you know, quicker you can get into maps and continue to run maps, the higher your profit. The hideout is lava. That's been said a million times, and it still holds true. Stay out of your hideout for as long as possible and go and kill things. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and get followed over on twitch.tv/SafeOnTalk, which I will be streaming all weekend, including right after I edit this video and it gets posted. So go over there, hang out with us. It's a really great time. And again, thanks everyone for the support, and we will catch you next time.